Sexual intercourse. A lot of you guys might be a little nervous if it's your first time or if you just heard about it in health class, but it's really quite simple. Follow Zeb's 3 easy steps and you'll be on your way to a great sexual intercourse life. Step number 1. Find a person of the opposite gender. If you're a male, you must find an attractive female that maybe gets you aroused. If you're not quite sure what aroused is, I'll explain that further along. Females, you want to find a male that shares your interests, likes to go on long walks, loves children, plays with kittens, and doesn't do drugs. So now that we got step 1 out of the way, and you've met your opposite gender, step 2 is get to know them. You might want to meet their parents, hug, shake hands. You know, there's a lot of ways to get to know somebody. And then later on, you can get to the more touchy-feely stuff. But just right now, we want to start off a good relationship. Step 3. This is like third base. It's not the final step, but it's almost there. After you've gotten to know each other, you get to know each other a little bit more. This can start in many different ways. You can hold hands, and then after holding hands, sometimes you can kiss, or do Eskimo kisses, or tickle each other's, or there's a lot of ways to get the arousal process started. Some ask, how do you know when you're aroused? That's really easy. For males, the long projectile attached between their legs will get longer, harder, and more straight. It'll stick up kind of like a flagpole. Once it's sticking up and very sensitive, don't snap. Because at this point, it's very sensitive and the balls will shrivel up into like 2 little eggs. Once that happens, you know the male's aroused. How do you know if the female's aroused? Well, what mine have started off as a lost desert, now it's turned into a swampy ocean. Once the special place, as we like to call it, as it came into a swampy ocean, that means both partners are aroused. Once both partners are aroused, the final and last thing can occur. The male penetrates the partner's swampy ocean with the hard flagpole. Once we have the flagpole, well, let's back up here. As in step 1, when you get to know your partner, you also want to know about if they've ever had sexual intercourse before, and how many partners they've had, and how they did it. Because having safe sexual intercourse is the most important thing to sexual intercourse. It's not fun unless it's safe. Just remember those words. So another way to keep it safe, if you don't quite know your partner's background history and you're not quite sure, is to use a thing called, I like to call it, My Little Balloon. But other times at stores they call them condoms. There's a lot of different types of condoms out there depending on what you're looking for in your sexual preference. If you seem quick off the gun and you seem to just, you're kind of like a jackrabbit and you just bust it, you might get the extra thick ones because they desensitize it a little bit and you can last a little bit longer. If you really want to give her that little special love notion, get the ultra ribbed ones with the sexual pleasure extended, twisted. Yes, but make sure the expiration date is always sometime past the day you're using it. Because a broken condom is a bad condom. And a bad condom is not safe sex, and without safe sex, sex is not fun. So just wear a condom if you're unsure, or make sure they're on birth control. That also helps decrease the chances of babies. Nobody wants babies. And once you've penetrated the swampy ocean with the penis, you re-enter and come back in and out. You can usually leave the tip of the flagpole in there so that it's just nicer. Yep. And you do that continuously for somewhere between 2 minutes to an hour and a half. And once the flagpole has shot off its fireworks, which usually looks like a white creamy substance, and you know you've successfully completed the task of safe sexual intercourse. Thank you. I'll see you next time in Zebulon Davis's sexual intercourse class.
Thank you, Zeb.